You join us in Nice in France, where we've come to drive the all-new DS3 Crossback. You may well recognise the DS3 name and rightly associate it with the small, stylish, sporty hatchback that it used to be. But things have changed with the all-new version, especially now that Crossback appears in the name. And that's because in DS parlance, Crossback means SUV. So in essence, this car is a small, super mini-sized premium SUV that's meant to compete with the likes of the Audi Q2 and the Mini Countryman. And in order to compete, DS claims that it has a number of unique selling points. Technology is the big one, and to be fair, there is quite a lot of it on display dotted around the car. You've got these digital instruments and your digital touchscreen display. You've got semi-autonomous driver aids that, given the right circumstances, allow the car to pretty much drive itself. And you've also got pop-out flush-fitting door handles that you'd otherwise only see on the likes of the Range Rover Velar and a Tesla. And talking of Tesla, that relates to another of this car's USPs, because later on at the back end of this year there will be an all-electric version. But never mind all that is stuff that you can read in the brochure. What you really want to know is what it's like. On the inside, things feel appropriately premium with lots of genuinely high-grade materials. Yeah, there are one or two bits that don't feel quite as lush as others, but on the whole, it's really nice. The really nice thing though is that it's genuinely different in here. Nobody designs their cabins like this. The big diamond-shaped buttons on the dashboard are really big and clearly marked as well. It's just a shame that the touchscreen system doesn't work as intuitively. And if you're looking for practicality, which most SUV drivers will be, then the Crossback isn't exactly great, if we're honest. The rear seats are very tight on legroom, and although there is enough headroom for a 6-foot adult like me to fit, the roof drops in right behind your head. So if the driver does anything drastic with the accelerator or the brakes, you might well find yourself getting a good old clonk on the noggin. The boot is a decent size, but there is a big old lip and the rear seats don't fold anywhere near flat. And to drive, well, let's start by saying that it's actually quite good fun. It feels quite pointy thanks to strong grip, responsive, weighty steering and decent control over its body movements. And that all gives it quite an alert, nimble character. And that is helped in no small part by the perkiness of the engine, which in this case is a 1.2 litre turbocharged petrol with 155 horsepower. It's lively, it's got a really nice rorty note to it, and it also works really well with the standard 8-speed automatic gearbox. If you don't need quite so much perkiness, this engine is also available in outputs of 100 and 130 horsepower, and if you're a diesel buyer, then there's a 1.5 available with 100 horsepower. And the ride comfort, well, that is important because that's the area in which DS's cars have struggled a bit in the past. And on the immaculate roads of this part of France, the DS3 Crossback is okay. It's nice and settled at high speed and only a wee bit lumpy at lower speeds. Having said that though, just feeling how it's reacting to the few tiny bumps that we have found, we can't help but be concerned that it won't cope anywhere near as well when you subject it to the atrociously surfaced roads of the UK. But we can't be 100% sure that that'll be the case, so we'll have to reserve final judgment just for now. So to sum up, the DS3 Crossback is probably the best driving car that DS makes. It's nice inside and it has a refreshing individuality that will appeal to buyers who want a premium SUV, just not the same Germanic ones that everybody else has. Don't go thinking that it'll be a cheap alternative though, because it really isn't. Prices start at over £21,000 and the one we're in here is just shy of 34. Ouchie. If you like this video, then why not tell us so by hitting that little thumbs up symbol. And if you hit subscribe, then you will never miss another Autotrader video ever again.